Dr. Dwayne Wood. As you know, I've been traveling and hanging out with some friends, and I'm on my way back. Today's a travel day, and I just wanted to come on and spend some time talking about some tips for people who have diabetes who are traveling. And as you know, we've been on this kick, right? New year, new you. That's right. New year, new you. How do we put our diabetes in remission? And that's what we're working on. But you know, life happens, and so things will come up. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to spend some time talking to you about some tips and tricks that you can use as you are traveling on the day. As we always do, I'm going to also show you my blood sugars, what they've been today. And we'll put those graphs up here in a minute. But let's just hop right into it. First of all, I want to say that if you have not been doing so, you want to make sure that you are working on being able to fast for a 24-hour period. Remember, in the month of January, we said, hey, we want you to fast for 24 hours. And then as we got into February now, we are trying to fast for a 24-hour period for once a week. That's right, 24 hours once a week is what you're going to be doing. We'll show you those numbers in a minute, but let's hop over to some of these tips that we are talking about. So number one, as you know, it is always important that you pay attention to your body. So listen to your body in everything that we're doing in our fasting, in managing our blood sugars, in eating. We want to make sure that the body is being taken care of, and it will talk to you. It will tell you, "Hey, this is not the right time. This is not the right thing to do. Hey, you need to get something to drink. You need to get something to eat. Hey, you need to rest." And sometimes we ignore that, particularly when we're traveling, because there's all these things that we do. But make sure that you are listening to your body. Next, as I said already, traveling is stressful. So as you are moving, particularly dealing with diabetes, you want to make sure that you are doing things that help you in the direction of managing your stress. That is getting good rest. Often we rush right into traveling, vacations, whatever it is. We're tired, and then we rush right into it. We travel, we get on the plane, we get in the car, we rush to the hotel, and we go through all the activities. But you want to make sure that you're taking time to rest, right? That you are, if you don't have a routine that you do normally, you want to try to do some meditation, maybe some yoga. Maybe this is a great time for you to actually start having a morning routine, right? Some mantras that you do, but make sure that you are doing the things you need to do to take care of you. Because one of the reasons that we are trying to be healthy is so that we can spend time with family and friends and enjoy life. And if you are stressed, guess what? You're not going to be enjoying that, right? The next thing is, particularly for our diabetics, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your feet, right? Good foot care. Often during travel, we negate or we neglect certain parts of our body. You do not want to do that for your feet during travel because if you're not wearing the right shoes, if you are not comfortable, you can get blisters, you can get cracks and breaks in the foot or in the skin of the feet, and that can pose lots of trouble. And particularly as you get to a destination, you get back home, if you've not been taking care of your feet, then you can run into lots of trouble. Okay, so make sure you have good, comfortable foot care. One of the things that I recommend for a lot of people is if they're going to have long-term travel, if they're going to be on a plane for a long time, in the car for a long time, that they actually wear some compression hoses. That will definitely help to prevent things like blood clots, DVTs, and then of course make sure that you are lotioning up, and try not to, as a diabetic, try not to wear open-toed shoes as you are traveling. Now, when you get to your destination, you can go ahead and you can wear all those fancy sandals and slippers that you have, which I don't recommend anyway. But during the process of traveling, try to make sure that you're wearing comfortable closed-toe shoes so that you don't get any damage to the feet. The next thing is medication. Medication. Make sure that in preparation for travel, that you have all of your medications in a bag, have them labeled, particularly if you're using insulin, that you have extra, you have good supplies with you. If you're wearing a continuous glucose monitor, that you take an extra one. If you are on an insulin pump, that you take some extra supplies with you, that you have all of your medications documented, written down, and that you know where there is a pharmacy, wherever you're heading, okay? Because if you get there and you've forgotten something, you can always call back and have your pharmacy transfer your prescription to wherever you are, right? That is a feature a lot of people don't know, but you can have that done. For patients who are diabetics, if you're in a location where it is difficult to find your insulin, you've forgotten your insulin, remember that Walmart actually sells insulin without a prescription, right? I would still make sure that you're touching base with your family physician, your primary care physician, your care team, but you can go to Walmart, you can get insulin without a prescription there. All right. And then one, guys, hey, this is a big one. Make sure that you have your insurance information with you. Make sure you have your insurance cards. Make sure you have your prescription cards. Because if you get somewhere and something happens, God forbid, you want to make sure that you are able to take care of yourself and you don't incur any significant costs above what you should have. Okay? So that's some of the tips, and that's not an exhaustive list, but those are some of the ones that I thought would be beneficial for you to know, for us to go over. So make sure you're listening to your body, managing your stress, taking care of your feet, taking care of your medication. Make sure you have extra medication, and then of course make sure that your insurance and your insurance information is with you and your card is there. All right, well, let's hop over now. Let's take a look at these numbers. This is what my blood sugars have been. And you'll see there, the first one is my Dexcom. And you'll see the Dexcom and the Libre, which is the one right next to it, actually show similar numbers right now, right? So they're both 99. I had to actually change my Libre earlier today, and so that's why you see some break there. And then my Keto Mojo meter says my blood sugar is 103 with ketones of 1.3. And then over to the right, you see what the graph is. Now, as you know, I have been doing a modified fast. So I normally do intermittent fasting. I started a fast on Wednesday and I interrupted that fast because I was away with family and friends. And so I've been doing a 5 to 6 hour eating window. I ate the last time last night around 9 o'clock. And so I haven't had anything all day today. And we'll see how that goes into tomorrow. Okay. All right. Well, that is what I wanted to talk to you about. Just some tips for the diabetic as you are traveling. Make sure that you're taking care of those things, and and make sure you'll see it scrolling down there at the bottom. Make sure you join me on Monday at 7 p.m. Central for our regular show. Make sure that you're connecting with us. We have shorts that are coming out. Make sure you're watching that. I hear something coming, so I'm going to end here in just a minute. This is Dr. Dwayne Wood. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here on the channel, I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health, your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. And in this year, y'all, new year, new you. We'll see you later. Bye bye.